Sour Seed's a song that I wrote a few years ago when I was playing with, and I won't name him, but my last project I played with. It was one I brought to the table, wrote all the parts, had it all ready to go, and it was one we never really completed as a band. And the flow of the song, how it goes back and forth, how it does between the verses and the choruses to the breakdown to the solo part is one of the favorite compositions I've done so far, just 'cause from a musical standpoint. The Sour Seed, the name in itself, it has a lot to do with, you know, how I was brought up and the kind of school I went to when I was little. I went to a small private school, grade school through high school, and it's just really important how things are presented to you when you're young, because looking back now, it's like, back then it just seemed like a whole bunch of do's and don'ts, rules, do this or else. And then it's like, there's no words to this song, but the changes throughout, I just feel like, you can tell switching from the verse, going to a really loud booming chorus is like, that point of realization and the freedom factor. It just feels good. It's like, I feel like for me, think about, just picture an image, you have a seed. What are seeds meant to do? You plant a seed, it's supposed to grow, a beautiful flower that produce a good crop or something, whatever you're doing. But in a lot of ways, I feel like I was supposed to be a certain way and turned out a certain way in the eyes of a lot of other people. But because of, circumstances that have happened in my life, I just feel like I don't know if I can meet all those standards and views that people have or have had about me before. That probably happened right after I got out of high school, probably a year and a half after I got out of high school. I just finally became okay with the fact that, I don't have everything figured out, and I was okay with it. Things are just going to be a journey in all aspects throughout my life, and that's okay. If your mindset is in the right place and you truly want to grow, you can. Someone that's, you think just isn't going to get anywhere with their life, they can. Anyone's got the potential. And just to me, truly feeling like it's up to me and the decisions I make about every little thing is really freeing. Music is just always, no one ever told me to ever pick up an instrument. It's like, I was probably 10 or 11 when I walked into a music store and just saw a huge wall of guitars, and it was the best thing I'd ever seen. It was incredible. And at that moment, it's like, I picked it up, I never put it down. Guns N' Roses was always my favorite band growing up, just because, they were the typical, bad boy rockers, and Slash is my favorite guitarist, hands down. I got a chance to, a few years ago, see him live, 7 rows from the front, and it was just incredible. Like, it was one of those moments, it's like, nothing else mattered. I couldn't take my eyes off the stage. And he's my biggest inspiration. I always want to be a player, no matter what, but nowadays there's so many things you can do with it from a technological sense. I just want to have my hand in a little bit of it all, like scoring, film scoring, compositions, studio work, singer-songwriter stuff, you name it. You know, just anything with music, I'll be okay.